Hello and welcome to Moobies Bread Shop, where we talk about all things WoW Classic, and of course, bread. Enjoy your stay! In this video, we'll talk about the first boss of the Construct Quarter, the pincushion himself, Patchwerk. Let's get into it. Patchwerk doesn't have many abilities. In fact, he just has two. The main one, which is Hateful Strike, a rapid and powerful melee strike on a single target / two targets for massive damage, cast every second. Hateful Strike also adds threat to the three players who have the highest threat. The target of Hateful Strike is determined by three requirements. 1. Proximity. The target must be in melee range of Patchwerk. 2. Threat. Targets must be less than first in threat, but at least second or third. And third, current health. Target must have the highest health of all available targets. His second ability is Frenzy. At 5% HP, Patchwerk will gain 25% increased damage and 40% increased melee haste. This buff also applies to Hateful Strike. He also has a 6-minute Berserk timer, so this fight is a big check for your healers, tanks, and DPS. Strategy time. Before we get into the strategy, I want to talk a little bit about absolute threat. Since Hateful Strike's primary way to select its target is threat, understanding how to look at your threat meter is crucial if you're a melee DPS. Set your meter to show absolute threat if you can. Most threat meters will allow you to do this via the options, and keep your eye on it. Stay below the 3 tanks at all times. Once they take a few hatefuls, they should have enough threat for you to pump, but keep your eyes on it and don't overtake or you will take a hateful and die. Now, before you start the fight, clear the room of trash and ensure your raid is on the close side of the Slime River. Trying to tank him on the edge and the raid on the other side is just looking for trouble. Pull the boss and let threat sit. Save any misdirects to see if threat is needed for any tank to catch up. If you're a hunter that likes to cast misdirection on cooldown, this is not the place to do it. Keep an eye on the meter and hit someone that needs it, but let the tanks do their thing on this one. This is a stand and deliver fight for DPS. As long as you don't pull threat, all you need to do is pump. He does nothing else. Healers need to be extremely coordinated and vocal. Know when you're popping cooldowns on the tanks, know which healer is healing which tank, etc. A good example is having one paladin beacon an off tank and spam on the main tank, another paladin beacons the other off tank and spams on the main tank, shamans are alternating chain heals on off tanks, druids running full hots on all 3 tanks, and priests shielding and keeping renew up on all 3, while also prayer of mending off tanks and prayer of healing the tank group. Reduce his health to 0 before 6 minutes, and you'll have defeated the first gear check in Naxxramas. That's all there is to it. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for stopping by the bread shop. See you next time.